Okay. Thought I'd tell about seeing something under the hill. But we grew up on top of the hill. And I was always taking walks, high school age. And just walk for hours. Be gone all afternoon. Just take a stick and a dog. So one time, this is going to be kind of long. I was getting ready to walk down below the hill, kind of toward where my sister's house is now. And I had a little dog with me. We had a bunch of dogs, but this one little dog was with me. And I got kind of to the edge of the woods, kind of still in the meadow by the pond. And it got real quiet. I mean, like silent. No birds, no crickets, no wind, nothing. Just totally, totally silent. And I heard like rustling in the little brush around me. Stuff moving around real quick. And out of the corner of my eye, I saw two little things about knee-high that looked like that golem in Lord of the Rings. They looked like that. They were frozen. I wish I could use visual aids, but yeah, they were frozen in like a running stance. Like one arm up, one arm back, one leg forward, one leg back. I caught a glimpse of them like that, so that they were running. So that's what was making that noise all around me, was them. And let me see, then what happened? Then my two little dogs, I saw them. And it was just real strange still yet, still real quiet and still. And they were mating, which was kind of weird. And it looked real strange. It looked like an Egyptian hieroglyphic, how they're like profile and two-dimensional. It looked like that, except their faces were turned full face toward me. So their bodies were in profile, just, going at it. But their faces were turned full face toward me and still didn't match their bodies. Their heads and faces were still and looking at me. And their eyes, they look like their eyes look human. Their faces, something about it looked like human. But it was my dogs that I saw. But I remember when I looked and first saw them, I saw something else real flash quick. And quick, I heard in my mind, you weren't supposed to see this. I shouldn't see this. And I think that's what turned it into the two little dogs mating. It was like, oh, I shouldn't be watching this. But it wasn't. It was something flashed real quick before I saw that. And then, right by my ear, there was like a little sapling. And I heard something. And a little tiny, like emerald bright green snake had just zipped right up the tree onto the little tiny twiggy branch right in front of my face. And I'll describe it to you. Like I said, I should use visual aids. But it wasn't a regular snake face. Because if you can imagine a triangle with, two at the top, one at the bottom, a triangle. And its eyes were on top of its head in the triangle. Its nose was in between its eyes, on the top of its head. Like a snake's nose is at the tip of its nose. This was on top of its head. It was an alien face. When I draw it, that's what it is. It's an alien face. Big eyes. And then I heard Mama. She was at the edge of the hill calling for me. Wanting me to come back home, calling for me. And I just looked at her. And then turned around and walked off into the woods. So, anyway, I'm sure stuff happened. But that's all of that story.